Growing up without a father is extremely difficult. Even though you have good people around you, if there's no father figure, a good father figure, it is still debilitating. And I know that because that's how I grew up. That's my life. Um, I grew up fat. I grew up lazy. I grew up making excuses for myself. I didn't play sports. I was always at home. I was shy. I didn't talk to people. And it was hard for me to be a person, more specifically, be a man. Even though I had like great people around me, because there was no strong father figure, I didn't have a, the sort of guidance that you needed as a boy. And so I stayed a boy almost until 18 years old. Um, what happened then was I finally met a person like my the father of my half sister. So I have a half sister, and she had a father, and we met, and he took me to the gym. He took me to the gym. I started working out. He taught me about how to deal with people. He told me stories about how he conducted business, how he talks to people, how he treats people. And that moment changed my life because that's when I started going to a path of masculinity. Um, but he left eventually, and I had to figure things on my own again. And in this video, I want to share with you the things that I learned, how we could practice masculinity, how we could become men, even if there's an absence of fatherhood. Okay. So the first one, the first key, I would believe, is for us to be physically fit. I think it's important for men to be capable physically, to not just be fit, like not just be jacked, not just have like big muscles, but be able to use them. Because that being physically fit is a foundation of being useful, of being able to provide, being able to protect, and being able to preside the people you care about. And I think that as men, that's the three functions. That's our three primary goals. That's what our three primary goals should be: to be able to protect, preside, and provide. And being physically fit is the foundation of all of that. If you're not physically fit, you can't do anything, right? Even as a person in general, we need to be healthy. And so, again, how my masculinity journey started was I went to the gym. Um, I wasn't eating like I was still eating so much back then. I was still eating junk food, and I was still eating like a bunch of unhealthy food. But simply going to the gym and pushing yourself gives you like confidence that, hey, even if I'm tired, I can keep pushing. Even if it sucks, even if it's painful, I can keep doing this thing. And I think that's the number one goal as a man. We need to be robust. We need to learn that even when things when shit happens, even when unfortunate events happen, even when pain occurs, we can push through. I think um, physical labor, physical fitness teaches us that. A bonus would be to learn how to fight. I've been doing this lately. I've entered judo and I've entered jiu-jitsu, and having the confidence that if shit hits the fan, you can fight people or you can run away so fast. Um, that's like a superpower for a man, being able to impose your will or at least be able to be fit enough to run away. Because have to be wise. We have to be practical. There are times when fighting is not the answer. It's better for us to run away, right? If you practice any form of martial arts, you will understand that you don't want to, as much as possible, you don't want to use the attacks, the power that was given to you. As much as possible, you actually want to run away. But if someone does grab you, someone does instigate it, you need to learn how to defend yourself once you can't run away. All right. So that's number one, physical fitness. The next thing, once you have that in line, once you're physically fit, you can lift weights. You're running. Your stamina's up. You're able to do. You push through pain. The next thing is to be useful, and this is about learning a skill. Actually, learning multiple skills, multiple skills that could be useful for the people around you, right? So, cooking, cleaning. Like I'm amazed at how this. Like I know that this sounds like a duty of the your partner, the female partner, but man, you as a man, you will live a long time being alone, and if you don't know how to use this, you how to do these things, you you can't live alone. Basically, I remember I was when I left home, I was forced to learn these things, and now I'm confident. Like I have the confidence that you put me in a certain situation, in whatever situation, and I can survive. Right? I think, and that's the important part of why you need to learn how to be useful. So learn how to clean, learn how to do laundry. Some men don't even know this. Um, Learn how to cook, learn how to drive. Right? That's another valuable skill. Being able to drive. I didn't learn how to drive until I was 18 because, again, I was sheltered and I didn't have a father figure, and I had to learn it on my own. Actually, I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 16, and I only taught myself as well. Right now, I'm practicing how to drive, to expertly drive a manual. I know how to drive a manual. I've known it since 18. I started with a manual car, but I didn't really drive a lot, and I didn't want to drive a lot as well before, because one, my mother didn't let me. She was very protective, and two, I just thought, like, I was thinking of convenience. But now that I was entrusted a car by my girlfriend's mom, I've been taking care of it. I feel more useful. I feel more manly because first there's more responsibility given to me, so people trust me, which is like a manly thing to have, to feel. And also just being able to maneuver through life, being able to drive a car, right? It's just something that, like, I don't know, I've never admired a man who doesn't know how to drive a car. Every man, fictional or non-fictional, they all know how to drive a car. They all drive cars, right? It doesn't make sense for us as men not to know how to drive. Like, it's just a useful thing. Um, and beyond that, beyond the basic skills, you also want to learn skills that will make you money. So writing, sales, right? Marketing. Devote yourself to a useful skill, not some random, random skill that is just for the fun of it. Of course, if as an I'm also an artistic person. I play the guitar. I draw as well, so I understand those desires. But it's important for us as men to learn how to learn skills that can provide value to other people. And that, my friends, that's how we can continually grow. Like, that's how we can get rich. That's how we can, again, provide. That's how we can protect people. That's how we can preside for people, right? Because if we have the skill to be of value to other people, then they will reciprocate that, and we can use that for the people we care about. Not even talking about like how you can use that for the people, directly for the people you care about immediately, right? So learning a skill, being useful, is something that I was grateful to have learned. I think the two things, if you want like soft skills, the two soft skills for you to master, I'd say, is to learn how to write and to learn how to speak. Because if you can communicate your ideas, if you can learn how to express your ideas, persuade people, make people take action, that's going to be a powerful skill. It will cut across time. You go to another place, you go to another country that speaks the same language, and you can bring people to action, persuade them, man, you will be powerful. Just learn how to speak and learn how to write. All right. So now we have like get physically in shape, be useful, learn some skills, basic skills, and skills that would give value to the world. The last one for me would be to learn how to be vulnerable, right? Learn how to be vulnerable. I understand that as men, we need to be strong from the first foundation, like be physically fit. We need to be strong to be able to provide and protect. But for us to be able to preside, right, an important part of being able to stay with people is to be vulnerable towards them. Because if we don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable, people can't trust us, right? And we can't trust people as well. And we'll just be a shell of ourselves. We won't actually go deep enough to know who we truly are. And this is somewhat, if you think of like how I structured the 3 steps, it's a bit like Maslow's hierarchy, where physical needs, social needs, and then self-actualization. Being able to self-actualize requires you to be vulnerable, to be honest with yourself, to admit to wrongs, to also accept the faults of other people, right? That requires vulnerability as well, because you're not defending yourself, right? And so I think a good example of how you can be vulnerable is to be willing to listen to other people and not judge them. That requires a lot of vulnerability in their part and in your part as well, because you're basically saying it's okay. It's okay. You can tell me your problems. You can tell me what you feel, and I'm not gonna hurt you back. Right? I'm not going to judge you. Even if what you're saying is something I disagree with, it's not something that I agree with, it's not something I approve of, it's okay. I won't judge you. Now, of course, when it's really like it's illegal, it's something that shouldn't be said. It's like someone's telling you he's gonna murder someone and he's about to do it, you gotta stop him, right? But as much as possible, the allowing other people to be vulnerable and you being vulnerable as well allows for growth, for self-actualization, to the point that you can achieve your dreams. That sounds kind of cliche, but it helps you evolve into a higher step, into someone who is not insecure, who's not trying just to be useful, because eventually we will get sick of that. Eventually we will get sick of just serving others. But aligning physical fitness, aligning usefulness to something higher. Now I'm just realizing that this is turning a bit spiritual, but I guess that's vulnerability as well for me. It's being able to surrender and having faith that things are for the good. So yeah, those are the 3 things that I think make a man. Be physically fit, be useful, and be vulnerable. So that's the video for this week. I've been posting these videos every week, and I've been enjoying them as well. Just being raw, I'm not reading a script, I'm just speaking out loud. And thank you for watching this. Thank you for supporting this. Um, and I hope that, you know, well, I will continue posting. Hope you show up and watch it, and let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Let's enjoy the sunlight. Cheers.